Hello everyone, hopefully you're all having an absolutely wonderful day. My name is FlareBlitzed and welcome back to I'm Also Busy, a week with Yoshimi in Coral Condos, floor 30-3609 PM. Of course, everything is still running smoothly. There are some troubles with the thermometer, but it's all good. How are things back home right now? Weather like that would be really cozy right about now. It's a lot more hot than it was back home. I might not need a new coat, but I'll keep myself up to date. Speaking of staying up to date, is there anything left over from home that I'll need to look out for in the mail? Oh man, really? I forgot about all the winter season. I could have sworn that I packed my jacket into my luggage before I came over here. It's not a huge problem. There's a gift shop downstairs that sells all sorts of clothing items, so I could just find something there and the rest can be given away. Hopefully whoever has it next will get as much enjoyment out of it as I did. Well, one can only hope. Is Mummy there? I'd love to check up on her if she's available. Alright, I'll stay in touch. Once a week, like always. Love you. Ah, well hello Mrs. Future School Board Member. It's good to hear that the campaign is going well out there. Have you gotten a lot of positive feedback from any of the teachers or the parents or anyone? And what about the polls? That's probably a good philosophy to have. I guess the only polls that matter are the ones on election day. Why is this game orbiting around a particular election that is too close to call? Didn't you once tell me that there were over 6 or so people who are trying to fill this position? Surely there'll be no match for you though, right? Nobody's a match for Mommy, obviously. I wish you all the best. I'll try to call before the week is over. Okay, love you too. Bye-bye. I've fulfilled that obligation. At least they're doing just fine without me. Come on, Yoshimi. And at least I was able to put aside some money to do a little splurging for myself today. I promised myself that I would try to stop by some of the stores that were located around the apartment, and there's no shortage of cool places. Although I probably won't be doing this again for a while, I really need to put some more aside. Especially now that I just got here. I've never been an excessive person, but being an only child meant that more money could be allocated to me on more materialistic things. Granted, most of it was spent on trading cards and binders to hold all of the cards in. I'm so like that right now when it comes to Pokemon cards and the new sets that are coming out. But I'm older now, and I'll try not to let it get to my head. From now on, everything I buy will have one purpose or another. Especially if a good sale comes around like the ones at the stores outside of the apartment had. Is Black Friday coming up? They all operate kind of like a farmer's market. Lots of small shops with small vendors that anyone can stop by. Let's see what we got here. I'm glad that they have a music store available. I was meaning to get back into the groove of playing this. I remember playing this bad boy back when I was in the prep school, but I never thought that the day would come where I could afford my own. Some of my own counsellors there recommended that I take up an instrument to help me become better at studying, and a band class was available. It's definitely a lot better to learn than the drums, and a hell of a lot easier on the wrists. There's no better time for me to give it another go at this. I've got nothing but time on my side after all. Ew. Well, sheesh. Then again, I never went any further than last chair in the school's band. And there were only 4 of us who played recorder. Perhaps there's another assemble in town that I could join, after I clean the rust off, polish the surface, oil the chains. What else do we have? Let's see, we have a book of sorts, a diary. Oh my god, yes! I forgot about this! And what is that exactly? I lost a copy that I had at the airport, but at long last the tales of Count Caspar is mine once again. Lucky me to pick up the last copy before they were all gone. Now all of the nostalgia from college is finally starting to come back. I mean, I wanted to get a new copy and had to look everywhere for it, to the point where I found one in this variety store. Usually the variety stores or the charity shops are the ones that has the most obscure items, and could also have the item that you're looking for. Much better than trying to look in the stores that you would think would stock them. But I guess after my work hours, it'll be a lot less lonely for a while. Life can be very chaotic at times, and it can be very hard to get by without any proper outlets. Much of my relaxation and creative outlets come from books. We had a lot of them back home, and I brought a few of them with me, so it's good to keep some nostalgia from home with you. I've always had a fascination for fantasy stories involving mythical creatures. Me, fantasy stories, yes. Mythical creatures, not all the time. I read a lot of them in my free time back in college, so getting to relive those memories with my favourite book is a big bonus. Things are starting to look up, especially since I've got the steamy, blood-soaked escapees, I don't know how to pronounce that word, of Count Cappo in my hands. Your long and silky hair, your sparkly eyes, your sense of fashion, your pointy fangs, never afraid to use them if anyone tries to get in your way. And then there's the love arc that he's got going on with Katie, and the mid-air kiss part in chapter 3. Oh my god. What is that? That is Lost in Thought with lewd thoughts. Oh Casper, what a fantastic character you are. What? Christ, Mimi, get a hold of yourself. It's just a fictional story. Don't start your new life falling for fictional characters. You know what? A lot of people have taste in fictional characters, and that is perfectly fine, because we all have opinions at the end of the day. He does have nice eyes, though, and the way that author describes his bite, oh man. Damn. Vampire fiction never gets old. I don't care what anyone has to say about it. Oh, J.H. Weasley, what a fantastic writer you are. It really reminds me of all the fan fiction I had written back in high school. Fan fiction I stupidly showed off to some of my classmates, and they responded accordingly by shoving me into my locker. But that was a dark and evil time, and a dark place too, the locker. Confined, cramped, claustrophobic. Lots of students were still infatuated with vampire culture and vampire fashion and everything. For a short time, and I mean a very short time, I was a part of a cliche, I don't know how to pronounce that word, on campus that was involved with this stuff. We were dressed in black and burned garlic and everything. Almost had my first kiss with this one guy who was in the group as well, but the son of a blank tried to go for my neck with his damn plastic fangs. I responded accordingly by bashing his head with my physics textbook. Get a load of those physics. I got a few days of suspension for it, but it was worth it. At least my neck hasn't got a love bite on it. I think he ended up going to a different school. Yoshimi. And I think I ended up failing that physics class because you used your physics book as a physical weapon. Guess I should have spent more time studying the textbook instead of using it for research with my classmates. I don't know physics. It was a radically different time when every guy used to want a big Teddy Goth girlfriend and stuff. Yeah, I remember. If only I'd gotten more serious with the writing though. I mean, sure, most of it was fangirl fan fiction, but still, probably wouldn't be this high up on saving either. What else do we have from my travels? You talk to yourself an awful lot, Yoshimi, but for visual novels, that is great for storytelling. I get most of this stuff from the same store, so I don't have to do much walking around to find this stuff. Do you not get customer loyalty discounts? That cashier was What? What the hell? That cashier blank with a smug face and sarcastic tone of voice. Oh. What is with that tentacle looking thing? I see how it is now. I get it. There's not... Okay, getting kicked out of clubs for having my stuff stolen. It's this, isn't it? The whole world loves to laugh at my problems and insecurities, don't they? You try to make small talk with somebody and stuff like this happens. I brought the book over to the cashier to be checked out, and I guess the cash register had some problems opening up. So I tried to be friendly with a girl who was behind the register by asking how her day was going, and she talks about this new restaurant that opened up at the apartment where I live. I didn't know anything about it, so I tried to ask her what they serve, and she tells me that it was a seafood place. Crabs, squids, clams, and tuna, and all that. She mentioned her love for calamari, and I told her that I was allergic to it. Not in a rude way, but she ended up giving me a blank expression. We laughed and made nice with each other. At least that's what I thought was... At least that's what I thought was going on. As another employee came by to get the register fixed, I saw a coin on the floor and decided to pick it up. Is it a panda coin? My bag was on the table as all of this is happening, but I heard some ruffling in my bag and she said something to the tone of, sorry for the wait, thanks for the conversation. And then she laughed at it all. I tried to muster up a laugh too and make some half-assed eye contact. And as I was leaving, my bag felt a bit heavier than usual by somebody putting your bags to accuse you of shoplifting. But I did have lots of other things in there. Was she trying to be funny? Was it supposed to be some kind of jab at my inability to enjoy what I like? It tasted really good when I was in that culinary class, and even though I could barely breathe. But that's not funny. It's been a long day. What else do we have in here before I start to vomit? Oh, it's a lemon cupcake. I knew that was something else in here. Now we're talking. Forget her, this entire trip was worth it. Lemon frosting, a lemon candy and mint on top, a vanilla cake on the bottom. Could there be anything more perfect in this world? Maybe cinnamon bun. Oh. Every episode there's going to be a new expression that will catch me off guard. Or, like I said, what are these moments? I've never laughed at character expressions so much before, and it's not in a heinous way. They're just so hilarious. No. One will be fine. Might lay down for a bit. A lot has happened today, and I don't want to end up being groggy tomorrow. Where did I put those cupcakes? Where are you? I know that you're there. Oh, sheesh. Damn it, I just brought that glass today. Stress about it later. Cupcakes now, then sleep. Ah, here they are. Left them on the nightstand. I'll just eat one, and then it's off to sleep. Make sure I don't end up eating the paper from it. Oh, come on. There we go. That's the only problem with this brand of cupcakes. It's a hassle to get the paper off of them and not have the whole thing fall apart. There's got to be an easier way to do this. Oh man, now I feel a sugar rush coming on. What's one more? I've earned this. I've earned this, for goodness sakes. I have thoroughly earned this. Well, that's right. I've worked so hard over the past few days, and a treat is very much needed. You're going to say that every day, aren't you? Just gotta get one more bite. Ah, that hit the spot. Now it's off to dreamland. Guess I should throw away this wrapper first. Into the bin you go. Or not. Gosh. Come on now. And what is with that squid thing, honestly? Don't you get any funny ideas with that thing, honestly? Gosh, 7:08 PM. That was a good nap. Guess it was a bit too much sugar. And laying on my side didn't help the situation very much either. But what am I supposed to do? With no one else in this place, I can enjoy what I like. I'm not hurting anyone. I guess this will have to do until I go to the store again. But I'm 100% sure that those cupcakes would taste better with someone to enjoy them with. I can only eat so many of these things in one sitting, I think. I've said it 1,000 times, but I'll say it 1,000 times more. These cupcakes from the Me Mole are incredible. Mimi Mole. But it feels like they are missing something. Oh, there you are. Why Cinnamon Bun looks like he's dead from the eyes? Stop carrying me, Yoshimi. Mimi was worried sick that you've gotten stuck in the air conditioner or something. You okay, little guy? Come on, Bum Bum. This is no time to be playing dead. Wait, what's that smell? I had some raw ham in the sink, but I was going to prepare later. It was something I was going to try to turn into a stew and then take to work tomorrow. Can't believe I almost forgot. This smells familiar. Ham. First, I'm supposed to be eating raw ham like this. Cinnamon bun. So come on, cinnamon bun, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. No. No. Should have been paying more attention to you. Irresponsible one. Oh. What? Hello, poison control. I have a problem. I have a pet that ate some bad meat and he's unconscious. Please send someone here as soon as you can. Yes, Coral Condos near the downtown crossing area. We're on the 33rd floor. Okay, keep him off the ground. Okay, I'll be here. Stay on the line. Alright, thank you. What's all these bottles around here for? Aww. Yoshimi. June 18th. Chapter 5. Raw Deals. Coral Condos, floor 33, 6:45 AM. Oh, sleep is one of the few things that I look forward to every night. I feel horrible. I've had to pull all-nighters for classes before, but I've always made an effort to get at least 7 hours of sleep at night, with mixed results. But I've never imagined what only getting 3 hours of sleep in one day would feel like. My head is pulsing, my legs feel like they're going to give in at any moment, and my eyelids feel like they weigh a ton. Things are starting to get really dark, folks. This is not something I should be doing a lot of it if I want to stay sane, but I guess there's an exception to everything. Cinnamon ended up nibbling at some meat I left to fall out in the sink. I didn't keep his cage locked and he ended up getting out and finding his way into the kitchen. He ended up getting a waft of the meat and decided to get a taste for himself. There must have been something bad in that meat, or something because he's currently under veterinarian care about 6 blocks away from my apartment. It's a miracle that there's so much stuff that's nearby. I'll have to come and see him when the office tells me he's in stable condition. But I hope that he is better. But at the same time, I am a realist. He's either going to pull through from this, or he isn't. I've been lucky enough to have him since I was 16, and the average lifespan of a ferret is, what, 4 years? 6 years or something like that. So you are turning, no, you're 22, 23, 24, around that area of age? And you've had him, so that's a really long time. Why must the good leave so soon? I better call that office again to make sure that he's okay. Please pick up. Hello, I'm looking for the animal care center. Hello, this is Yoshimi Hertz. I came in last night due to a situation involving a ferret. Yes, a brown ferret. He ate some tainted meat. Worms? Worms? Okay then. Yes, I understand. He's up there in years, but he's a real fighter. When I was 20 and my dorm almost caught fire due to a malfunctioning wall socket, someone tugged at my shirt when I was sleeping to get me out of there. And when I was 16, he had a broken leg and my father made a nice little wheelchair for him made from those little plastic building blocks. So like Lego. I didn't get to see my father all that much at the time because he was always working, but that's really nice of him. And then there was the time when I was 17 that he... Oh right, sorry. I just hope that he is okay. You'll call me when he's better, right? Okay, I'll be waiting. Before you hang up, make sure that you give him a nice rub on the tummy every few hours or so. He really likes it when he gets his fuzzy wuzzies all the time. Sure. Okay. Thank you. Blank. This could have been prevented. Had I just stayed in the room when the meat was thawing out. Had I gone to sleep at a later time. Had I not let my stupid cravings for sugar get in the way. Had I just gotten out of the house more. Had I joined a different cliche in school. Had I just had someone to contact with who isn't hundreds of miles away. Could have, would have, should have. No, I can't let myself get beaten up like this. Sure, things look bleak now, but they can't stay this bad forever, right? What was it that... You keep going on about different quotes that people have made. What was it that Socrates said when I was reading about him in college? Falling down is not a failure. Failure comes when you stay where you have fallen. Or something like that. What else did he say? The way to gain a good reputation is to endeavour to be what you desire to appear. I don't know why I thought there was an or in there. I did manage to finish my grad school application while I was at work during my free time. I have to get it turned in before the month is over. So that's something I've got to get going on right now. And I've gotten along with just about everyone at the call centre so far. Can't ignore the fact that I still feel tired. At least I don't have to do any sort of driving or terribly long commutes. Maybe I should get some coffee or something from downstairs. I love cinnamon with every ounce of my being, but I've got too much going on in my life to beat myself up over it. All I can do now is trust that he's in good hands. I'll have to call home before the day is over, but for now, I guess it's time to catch the train before it gets filled up. And here we are. Avi Santia's Crisis Center. Mrs. Bergen trusts me enough now to my desk work unsupervised. I tried my hardest to not look tired in front of her as we're doing our morning huddle, but I'm not a very good actor. Just gotta make sure I keep my head down at my desk. And there shouldn't be any problems. With our small crew of 11 people handling the phones all across Boston, we are pretty much acting as voices for those who have nowhere else to go. Oh my goodness. I sincerely hope we don't have anything that is too devastating. I'm ready to help out, but I'm also ready to take a nap and see Cinnamon Bun again. Worms aren't lethal, right? They can be lethal if they're still inside you. Hello, welcome to Avi Santia's Crisis Center in Boston, Massachusetts. My name is Mimi, and I'll be helping you out today. How can I help you? Hello? Mimi, you said? Oh man. That's right, my name is Mimi. How can I help you today? This is really difficult for me. I understand that this can be a difficult thing to do, but I want you to be comfortable with me during this talk. I'm so sorry. I've never done anything like this before. Hey, that's okay. I understand that this can be a troubling thing for many people. But you've got a lot of bravery for calling in. Yeah, but I want you to know that I am here to listen and help you get the resources that you need. If there are any issues on my end, please let me know. Okay, so let's do this one step at a time. What is your name? Nathan. Nathan Skies, madam. Okay, Nathan, what's on your mind? I want to listen to you. How can I help out? But my friend, Your friend? I'm listening. I was born with some severe back pain problems. Okay. I'm sorry to hear this. Just so I understand, do you take any sort of medication or anything of this sort? I have to take some Vicodin every now and then to keep my great deal of pain down, and I take my Vicodin like I'm supposed to, but this great deal of pain is still here, and oh Jesus Christ, oh my God, this is really serious. I don't think I've had any calls related to medications in a while. I've been listening. Nathan, you said you've got pain and that it's still there. Now tell me, what is it that's going on in relation to this pain and this medication? It causes some bad mood swings for me, and I've had some bad ins and outs with my sister. I always go into a shouting match with both of us, which leads into our parents having to break it up, or cheer up rather. We fight all of the time, which only makes me feel even worse about my situation. I'm strapped to a wheelchair and I've OD'd twice on this Vicodin. Makes me feel like I'm better off dead. Oh my goodness. You've had some issues in your past with your medication, some ins and outs with your family. Yes? Alright. What's your current situation looking like outside of the house? Are you still in school? In the workforce? Oh man, I've been held back so damn far, man. I really don't want to talk about it right now. I understand. You're doing a good job. And who all lives at your house? My sister and my mother. A sister and your mother? And do you have any other parents or guardians there? Or is it just the three of you? No. My dad died. Oh gosh. Sorry to hear that, Nathan. But my back pains don't have anything to do with that. At least that's why my doctor said. It has to do with my nerve issues. I see. And just so I understand, those two people, your sister and mother, are they aware of this? Always try to be direct, but allow them to talk freely. Yes. I tried to do a good job, but I was not prepared for this. Are your relatives making the pain worse in any way? Like, in a physical sense? No, but the pain for my back is just becoming too much for me. I don't know how much longer I can go like this, and there's not much else my doctor can do. We don't have the funds to afford surgery right now. Does your doctor know what is causing this pain? Is this someone that is aware of your financial setbacks? No, he doesn't know. And I went to an ER place a week ago and they don't know about it. I had some shots what were administered to me during my visit. This is the thing that I find about the American health system. It sucks in comparison to the rest of the world. Because if you have a bad leg, or if something is like neurologically affecting you, some people just have to try and endure it. Because the cost of getting it looked at is just too much. Like the rest of the world, we have free healthcare from the cost of tax. Like, why can't the American system adopt something like that? Anyways, it leaves me with this horrid numb feeling, like a living death where nothing feels real. It's more than I can handle. Would feel comfortable telling me about relationships in school. You had mentioned that you've been held back. I have a few friends at the school that I go to. I have to take these special education courses due to my disability. Some of them, they find some humor in this. Humor? Find humor in what? My condition. There is no humor in people's disabilities. Whatever you're going through, there's somebody out there who is suffering from much worse. They find humor in your condition? How long have you been hanging around these people? Damn it, I probably came off too harsh. Are you still there? Oh. Blank. I should have worded that differently. I forgot the script. Well, Nathan, I'm not trying to get on some type of moral soapbox about it, but it's been interesting to hear about these problems. I started working here earlier this week, but you're the first caller I've had with issues like yours. Issues related to medication and bad friends. You've got some very serious problems, and while I may not be able to relate very strongly to them, I want to help you out in any way that I can. I don't know who you are personally, and I've never been extremely incapacitated, but it's very good that we've been able to connect with each other. But why? Because that's the first step that we can make to changes. Sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I just want to let you know that I care. Granted, we're just connecting voice to voice. We've covered a lot of things, but you mentioned this doctor now knowing that problem. They keep giving you things without explaining anything about it. If I'm reading that right, I know that, but we've tried everything that we could find here in Cambridge. So you are in Cambridge. That's a very limited space when it comes to healthcare for those with financial setbacks. Let me see if I can do something. Okay, there are many different resources I can send him to. I'm so sorry, Nathan. Part of this job is connecting people to helpful resources. I want to be respectful of your time and situation, but let me see what I can find. Alright. I've got a whole folder filled to the brim with helpful links and resources that we're supposed to go by that they gave us during the beginning of training. We still have training to do because the technology and the way we handle things always change. Technology, absolutely, but this is the most important thing that we have. Blank, where is it? No, stay calm, Mimi. Stay with Nathan. keep him talking. Going back to your schooling, may I ask what subjects you like or what types of things you're passionate about? I'm really into history. History? Yes. That's a very cool subject. It's a subject that involves a lot of presentation, writing and attention to detail. It's nice to know that there's something that you enjoy immersing yourself in. I did end up finding some resources I believe that will be a good starting point for you based on what you've told me today, as well as the information that I was given on your case by one of the other assistants here. We've covered a lot of subjects, but all of those are near the Cambridge area, so you wouldn't have to go very far at all. These are services related to your health, family and social situations, but since I unfortunately do not have all of the details with me, I have to forward you to Sandra in our resources department. She and I will still be here if you ever need to discuss anything that requires you to call back. But those resources will be a lot better in understanding your problems than I could. Is that okay with you, Nathan? Anything else you can tell me? Like I said, we're always here if you need to talk. We're always open 24/7 to help you out in any way that we can. I feel a lot better for having called in here. This is cutting into my only lunch hour. I'm sitting in an empty classroom right now, but I really needed to talk to someone like this. But I haven't taken my Vicodin yet. Well, I mean, you took the time to get this sorted out, and I commend you again for that. Of course. I have to go now. The next period is about to start. Nathan? Yes? I want you to save this phone number in case you need to call us again. Our phone lines have been getting a bit clogged recently, and I understand that time is limited. I'll do that. I have to go. You're a lifesaver. Keep in touch. I'm rooting for you. Good luck. I hope that... God. Hello, welcome to... Oh, happy days, back in the flesh. Oh, for goodness sake, Stu. Hey, Stu, it's good to hear your voice again. Listen, Mimi, I'll admit it. I really got some gunpowder in the mac and cheese this time. What an expression that is! Some gunpowder in the mac and cheese. What's going on? Well, I called that therapist that you told me about. And, me and this other lady talked for a good 3 hours about many different things, and, she convinced me to take another crack at getting a degree. I've got this big passion for welding, and, I'm going to be getting my associate's degree in this at a trade school here in the city, and, I'm not going to have much time to be calling in anymore like this, and, thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything, and, see you around the block. That facial expression again. Aww. My goodness sakes. Do not sleep on the job, okay? That's no good. You've got your panda coffee there. Core condos, floor 33 at 1719. Gosh, oh, I'm so glad that the debate went so well. How many opponents did you go up against? Well, I'm at least happy that the campaign is going so well. I know that you will win come election day. Is Daddy there? I need to talk to him about some things. Alright, I know you'll win. Love you. What every mother wants to hear from their child. Those 2 words, or the 3 words. Hello, Daddy. I know that a lot is going on over the past few days, but... Yes, Cinnamon had gotten into some bad meat, so he's recovering in the vet's office right now. Yes, I understand. Everything else is going just fine. I realize a lot, but if not now, then when? Of course. He's quite the fighter. Well, I'll keep you updated on everything that is going on. I know that he'll pull through from this. I got my application done, and now I'm going to turn it in soon. Right. Alright, I have to head out now, but I'll keep in touch. Alright, bye. Man. Yep. Still feeling like blank right now. Cinnamon Bun is still in the vet's office. It's an appointment-only office on top of that, and the only vet's office for miles. And I've not heard back from the office yet. I sincerely hope that Cinnamon is okay. Yoshimi, you know what they say. No news is good news. He's never had issues with worms in the past, but he has had issues with broken limbs and minor tears with his muscles, but nothing major like this. Ugh, this city feels worse than having jet lag, but this is just... No. I don't need to be preoccupied with that dumpster fire of an app right now. There are more pressing matters that need to be attended to right now. Not to mention I ended up getting takeout again due to the probability of me buying tainted meat. Next time I'll cook that ham, or get some pre-made ham. But that whiskey wasn't too bad though. Sprinkles? Well, I'm stupid, how could I ever forget about you? Anytime I need something soft and cuddly to rest on that won't growl at me, here you are to save the day. Of every single gift that I was given from every birthday I've ever had, pony dolls, pink dollhouses, and everything else like that, you've managed to outlast all of them. And even after all of these years, he still holds up as good as new. No matter where I go or what I do, I can always come home to you. He started off as a birthday gift when I was still a toddler, but now he's more of a stress-relieving security panda if anything. Isn't that right? This guy didn't even come with a name when I first got him. I think we were at a zoo one day and got him from the gift shop. I think the name came from me eating some ice cream or something like that. Sprinkles. And I think the ice cream that I was eating had sprinkles on it. I think. I spilled it on him and I guess the name stuck ever since. Like ice cream smells wood. And here we are. Oh jeez. My throat. Wait a second. Get some water. What time is it? Oh no. No. For supplements. I left the supplements at the office. I take them with me all the time. Okay, don't panic. I've got my boss's personal cell number in the event of emergencies like this. Hopefully she'll pick up. Hello, Mrs. Bergin? Yes, this is Yoshimi. Not too great. Listen, I need your help. I left some important medication back at the office that needs to be picked up immediately. What are my options for now for getting it back? I can have it shipped here. Oh, that's good. I can text you my address. Thank you so much, madam. Okay, bye. Stay calm. Stay calm. Be glad you called her when you did. Yes, the sooner, the more preventable. What did JFK say? One per person can make a difference. Oh, I need to lay down. Where's my binaural beats playlist mixed with RPG soundtrack music mixed with male ASMR vampire roleplay? What kind of combination of stuff is that? Binaural beats mixed with RPG soundtrack mixed with ASMR vampire roleplay. Male, for that matter. Either way, listening to that while I attempt to sleep should work. That should do something. Oh ho ho, yeah. That's the spice. How do you adjust the volume on this? I'm ready for you, Mr. Kappa. Oh my goodness sakes, what is this bed layout formation? Every single CG needs a full look at without the text box. 8:40 AM. There's a frog on there too, along with that flute, and a little panda keychain for the phone. And using your book as a footrest? Now that is very bad. And using your panda as a leg rest. Friday, June 19th, 2000 something. Chapter 6, Fin Wars. Oh dear. Yoshimi. Yoshimi. This feels bad, man. Weird. With a slight throbbing pain in the back of my head. You look tired, Yoshimi. I woke up at around 8 AM today, an hour over time that I usually get up at. but since my boss let me have a day off, I decided that today would be a good chance to do something I haven't gotten to do in a long time. And it was smashing that snooze button. But that probably wasn't a very good choice for me. I woke up again an hour later and repeated this process until now. I slept for nearly 12 hours, but for some reason I still feel physically and emotionally drained, because sleeping too much can do that. It allows your body to be more comforted by sleep, so therefore if you sleep too much, then you just want to sleep more. Is this what the neat population of the world has to put up with all this time? That's too bad. It feels like someone took a bat to the back of my head. A psychological bat. I took some ibuprofen as soon as I woke up, and even ibuprofen isn't doing a damn thing. Sometimes all the time, if you have a very sensitive stomach, ibuprofen is very bad. And I still have some of that whiskey from my shopping spree. Back when my grandfather was alive, he would stick his finger in a glass of whiskey and then put it in his mouth whenever he got a migraine. Another thinking process. Didn't do him any harm. He lived to be 103 years old, and when he claimed until he died that it works, I'll have to try it out sometime later and see if there's any truth to it. It's like an old wives' tale. I mean, I'm a specialist in psychology, not medicine, but he lived to be 103, so something must have gone right. But it's probably not right for me to be ignoring my phone for too long when notifications come up. Otherwise, it becomes a slippery slope. But what the hell? Let's see what's up. I'm going to be honest, I might delete this app if I don't get anything out of it before this month is over. I don't think I'm ugly, but all these days and no one wants to talk. Not one! Oh wait, here's one. Let's see what we've got to work with. Weird. This one's a picture of someone standing in front of a luxury car with a wad of money in their hands. There's a link at the bottom to a free training to a course. That's clearly a scam. Why is someone advertising their dial business on here? Here's another one. A profile with a blank profile picture. No thanks. I need less emptiness in my life, not more. And what about this one? Wait a minute. That beard looks familiar. No. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? It can't be. It just can't be. My landlord. My landlord is using this app. That's the same beard and clothes that my landlord has. And he's bare-chested. My landlord is posing bare-chested right in front of my eyes. I have to surrender my money to this blank. And now I've got to see him pose like it's a runaway shoot on my phone. It's nothing sacred anymore. Oh, damn it all. I pay good money to get access to social venues and to meet people who share my interests, not to cringe. Come on, man. Maybe I should cancel my subscription just to meet new people the old-fashioned way. It's probably not healthy to be attached to my screen like this. Just gotta make sure I don't make myself look foolish or get into any confrontations like I did when I was younger. But hey, just about everything else I could ask for is close by, and at least I've got my cupcakes. Lemon. Rum raisin with banana sprinkles, and red velvet with the chocolatey center. It's a nice little reward to celebrate the small victories. What victories this morning have you acquired? Maybe I could even start making my own. Maybe there's a class somewhere near here where I could take up a class and meet other cupcake aficionados. Wouldn't that be nice? Socializing. All of my friends in college said it would come as easy as breathing. But I guess it makes no sense to beat myself up over it, or such is life. But that's not my top priority right now. I've still got a lot of important business to attend to as is concerning living in this place. Cinnamon is still in medical care, but I was told that he is in a stable condition right now. They were performing surgery on him and had to extract some worms from the meat. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, but I know that he'll make a speedy recovery. At least I've still got Sprinkles here for me whenever I need him. Taking care of a pet isn't difficult at all to do, but you just have to make sure that they don't get into anything that might be harmful, like one did a few days ago, like a dog into chocolate or garlic to a cat. Both of those. Dogs can't have either chocolate or garlic, and the same as a cat as well. And besides the issues with vitamin B12 that has been going on since as long as I can remember, that's an issue that's been taken care of, as long as you have the supplements on your person. Just gotta keep taking these supplements until doctors find a better way to help people like us. And while today is a day off for me to get better, my boss's words, not mine, I don't have much to do outside of my job. It's not like home back in Iowa, where people lived a lot closer to each other. We were more isolated from the rest of the country, so it allows us more time to get to know each other, at least from what I can remember from Iowa. This is honestly the biggest thing that I worried about and still worry about. Now that I'm here, I want to focus on my health this year, but I also want to be more social as well. It's much easier for me to make calls and communicate virtually, but I also don't want to end up turning to some sort of shut-in who only leaves to go to the store and work. That would just be a slippery slope. For me, it's the contrary. I hate phones. I hate phone calls. I always think there's going to be something bad on the other end, or somebody's trying to give you a scam, and they somehow lure you into that scam. Never been in one before, almost got one actually. Maybe I should keep that app after all. Whatever, it's a day off. I should really finish reading those books I ordered a while ago. I didn't spend all of that money for no reason. Ah, blank, my head is still throbbing. Perhaps that trick my grandfather said would work and should be put to the test. How bad can it be? Oh dear. What is this going to be? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, that's drinking it a bit too much. Don't you know how heavy whiskey can affect you, for goodness sakes? Why are you drinking it from a bottle? At least get yourself a shot glass. Grandpa must have been right after all along. Can't even feel my headache anymore. It is definitely working. You're gonna wake up with a serious hangover tomorrow, lady. This was no problem. I can handle things. Unlike everyone who thought otherwise, now they can officially shut up. All of those blanks during my prep school days who made fun of me for being smaller than everyone else in my grade level. All those people at the lunch tables who said that I was too boring, too much of a prude, too good to drink strawberry milk, even though I told them I didn't want any when they offered it to me. It's all good now. I am stronger than all. I am The hell? There are others? What? Are those fireworks? In a residential area like this? Are you serious? I love fireworks. I would have loved to shoot some fireworks out there. Nobody told me that we'd be having an event that required fireworks today. Today isn't even a holiday though. This is something that my neighbours decide to do in their own accord. Don't you have work the next day? Blank, man. It would be just like back home in Iowa. Just like Mommy and Daddy would do every 4th of July. God damn it, Coasties. It's all good though. I'm still standing. I don't need the likes of them to have fun. No sir, not me. Just me and cinnamon bun and sprinkles and my family. Good God, I miss them. Parents, come to think of it, why do I still address my parents like that? I've been so close to them for so long. I honestly have no idea. Meh, it's a habit. My head has never felt this good in my life. I should seek the wisdom of my family members more often. Perhaps I don't know myself as well as I think I do. One side is German and the other side is Japanese, and while my parents and I have lived in Iowa, I've had family all over the place. Everywhere, even the West Coast. I love my family and did manage to meet a lot of really interesting people at college. Location wasn't really a big topic. Maybe I should stop calling people coasties. What was that other line that Immanuel Kant once said? Oh, I remembered a lot of random quotes for some reason. He said, I have no knowledge of myself as I am, but merely as appear to myself. I just wish that I knew what stuff like that meant right now. There are so many things to think about right now. Maybe I should do this. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should go here, go there. Perhaps I'm overthinking everything. It's a really big pickle that I tend to find myself in sometimes. And I don't even like pickles. There was one time when I came by to meet some family members over in Oregon, back when I was a lot younger. It was family from both of my parents, but Mom's family lived really close to this river that connected to this even larger lake. Mommy wasn't too keen on fishing, but even so, we would all get together on those canoes and catch fish that would be in the lake and have it for dinner. And I helped prepare it, although all I really did was stuff the fish into ice boxes and threw away all of the bones and whatnot. And everyone was so proud. Probably could have stayed in Oregon at the time I was born, but we moved to Iowa when I was about 6 weeks old due to Daddy changing job locations. These are all nice places, but both of them were very different to the more compact and busy environment that I'm finding myself in now, where you always expect to be doing something. That's another thing that feels very apparent here. Everyone is always doing something or going somewhere with no breaks or time to rest. There are always cars and people in the streets at all hours of the day. Like some sort of giant beehive that's always out of honey. Just about everywhere else I've been to hasn't been like that. Can't forget about the trip taken to Minnesota though. I've only been there once to meet some extended relatives. Nice people. Nice people. Good God, I've got way too much tolerance for this stuff. I never passed or doing anything like that in college though. Must have gotten it from grandfather or somebody. Yeah, you thought that this wise old trick of getting absolutely sloshed is a great ritual to dive into. It's like if you discover your family has some sort of Cthulhu-related aspects in their family genes and decides, you know what, I'm going to unearth this and bring it about upon the world. Now that I'm thinking about it, I guess college was an alright time. My grades weren't that hot. I was around a C average student. Been around a whole bunch of different schools, private and public, but some of the best memories I've been able to build memories have come from the public ones. People were at least more willing to talk with me. I am very glad I didn't end up going to any sort of private place after I left grad school. Can't forget that time I almost got lost in the library of this one university during a tour that was being given. I had asked to use the bathroom and couldn't keep up with the rest of the group after finishing. Probably should have gotten myself a book about navigating or something. But they did have a nice library. But they did end up accepting me, surprisingly enough. Granted, I was on the wait list, but that totally counts. Gosh, you're going to drink yourself to oblivion at this point, Yoshimi. Yep, my tolerance is way up. It's alright though. There's no problems. Yeah, speaking of problems, I do hope that I have been able to be a positive influence back at the office. It's not an easy thing to do, and there are only so much of us who can work at a time, not to mention that the centre is very small compared to other places. These are typically volunteer positions, but they get to keep us full time because there are just so few of us and so little interest. Not something I want to think about right now, but I do hope for the best for everyone. Much of our responsibility comes from being professional over the phone, even with all the situations and personalities that we deal with. Stu is a very interesting person, but I do hope that he's successful with his wielding stuff. I do hope that Derek and Vivian make the most of their situation, and that Nathan gets the care he needs. Oh, so much to think about. It's so weird, Before, I only had to worry about keeping my dormitory clean. But I know that I'm here. There's a lot more. Rent, credit stores, bank accounts, savings, investments and stuff like that. And that doesn't even include all of the stuff I have to do for dear Cinnamon Bun. But I'd do anything for here. He's still part of the family and always will be. God, I want him back so badly. But I'll never buy that dry ferret food garbage that stores sell. Only real cooked meat for my Cinnamon. Aw, you don't need food. But you do need lots of loving. My headache is back because you drank too much of it. The whiskey didn't do blank. And now I'm hungry. Okay, I know there are some eggs in the fridge. I can muster up enough willpower to do this. After all, there's nothing but time until my meds arrive in the mail. Gotta get those pans ready. Oh yeah, I can make my own food. I can do it all. My goodness sakes. Doing that trick with a basketball, for goodness sakes. No, that's wasting it. That's right. Anything. The hell? Are you serious right now? It's like 2 AM in the morning. I am so finding a noise complaint. That better not be the damn landlord. Great. The situation keeps getting darker and darker. It's a big step going from your family's place to living in your own place. And people deal with stress and stuff like that on very differently, so it's a different day. Okay folks, we are going to leave things off here. This is definitely taking a bit of a twist of uncertainty when it comes to this game. This game, we knew all along from the synopsis, it's going to be a dark game, but this is encroaching multiple levels of dark themes, such as the different calls that you get as a person who works at a crisis center, but also your own internal battles. And I think in a way this game really reflects a person's problems very, not say very well, but very expressively. I can't even say that problems are a good thing or a thing that does stuff very well, but you know what I mean. It's a very, very strong message that this game gives across, and I think that is, if you're ever going to move into a place of your own, please make sure to take care of yourself first before anything else. And I'm sorry to say this, but your pet second as well if you decide to bring your pets along. Me personally, I think that moving into your own place, getting adequate with the surrounding environments, rather than having that on top of looking after pets, it's something that is very important. Do you want to do stuff one step at a time? Because this is a very big step, going into a big wide world on your own for the first time. Or do you try and take on even more, in which I think is above the capacity in which you are able to do mentally? You may be able to do it physically, but can you do it mentally? Thank you all so much for watching, guys, and see you all in the next time of I'm Oh So Busy, a week with Yoshimi. This is the end of the week, so I don't think there are multiple endings to this game, because we've had no choices so far, so it's just going to be one single ending in this tale. Thank you all so much for watching, guys, and take care of yourselves.